This morning we are going to be working on lesson 7, and our lesson objective or our learning target will be I will round multi-digit numbers to the thousands place using the vertical number line. So I want you to get in your math journal and I want you to open it to the next available page, and in the right hand corner I want you to put today's date, and then I want you to write lesson 7 and then a colon and rounding. Now today, we are talking about rounding, and we said that we were going to use a vertical number line. This is a vertical number line. It's just like a regular number line, except instead of going horizontal, it's vertical. So I want you to just follow along with me on this problem. How many thousands are in 4,100? 4, right? 4. 4,000s equals 4,000s. What if I wanted to add 1,000? Remember that lesson that we did, lesson 6, where we added 1,000? If I added 1,000 to 4,000, I would have 5,000s. Now the next thing I have to think of is what's halfway between 4,000 and 5,000? That would be 4,000s and 500s. And now back to 4,100. If this is my vertical number line and I wanted to plot 4,100 on this number line, obviously it's less than 4,100, but it's more than 4,000. So where would it go? Would it be closer to 4,000s or closer to 4,500? It'd be right here. It's closer to 4,000. What if my number was 4,700? That's greater than 4,500, but it's not as much as 5,000. That would actually be here. It's almost right directly in the middle of 4,500 and 5,000. So, if we were rounding 4,100 to the nearest thousand, we would say it is 4,000, because if you look on this number line, 4,100 is nearer to 4,000s than it is to 5,000s. If we were rounding 4,700 to the nearest thousand, we would say that it is 5,000 because it is nearer to 5,000 than it is to 4,000. Okay, I want you to try this one with me. So in your math journal, I want you to draw a vertical number line. It doesn't have to be really big. It can be about the same size as mine. And we're going to look at rounding 14,500 to the nearest thousand. So first we have to ask ourselves how many thousands are there in 14,500. So when I look in this number, there is a 4 in the thousands place. So there are 14 thousands. And what would one more thousand be? 15,000. Then I have to decide what's halfway between 14,000 and 15,000. 14,500. So that's how I label my number line. If I'm rounding to the nearest thousand, this is going to be how many thousands there are in the number, and this is going to be 1,000 more, and this is the halfway point. Next, now I've got to figure out where would all right, so now, since 14,500 is actually on our number line, we would say that it's nearer to 15,000, even though really it's not nearer to either one, it's halfway in between. We always go to the bigger number. So we would say that it's around 14,500 rounds to 15,000. All right, now let's try rounding 14,990 on our number line. You can work with the person next to you, or you can try this one by yourself. I just want you to decide where would 14,900 go on this number line. I want you to pause the video, write it on your number line, and then come back to check. All right, because it's so close to 15,000, it would be way up here. 14,990 is greater than 14,500. So, if we were rounding 14,990 to the nearest thousand, we would say that it is nearer to 15,000. Let's try one more. Now I want you to mark 14,345 on your number line. Talk with your partner about how to round it to the nearest thousand. Think about it. Where would that go on this number line? It should go here. So since it's closer to 14,000 than it is 15,000, we would say 14,345 is nearer to 14,000s. Now I want you to get your problem set for lesson 7. Okay, so this is problem 7, and I want you to bear with me a little bit because I'm trying to find. You'll see that you have a vertical number line. The first thing we're going to do is around the bottom. And then 1,000 more, and 1,000 yourself, what would be between 6,000? Now we're going to model this. Now we're going to round 6,700 to the nearest thousand. Where would that go? 6,500, or is it between 6,000? So, 1,000. So how many thousands are in 9,340? Okay, what's a thousand more? That would be 10,000. So what would be halfway? Now, now we have to come back up here to the number we're rounding, the number line. So now I'm rounding to the nearest thousand. I've got to decide, is it closer to 9,000 or is it closer to 10,000? 9,000. So, so 9,000 is closer to. Stick with me. If you want to go with me and do the next couple ones, stay with me. All right, so how many thousands are in 39,000? Think you know what you're doing. Go here, and then start up, and then come back and check, or if you want to 300. Go to your next page. I'm going to do one of these problems with you, and then you're going to do the last two by yourself. Read the problem. So I'm going to read the problem. I wanted to know about how many flights from New York City to London he flew 5,572 kilometers. Flew 8,000. Finally, he flew 10,966 kilometers from Beijing back to New York City. Round each number to the nearest thousand, and then find the sum of the rounded numbers to estimate about how many kilometers the pilot flew. So, here you could go ahead and draw your vertical number line if you need it. You could kind of just I know that some of the zeros. Go ahead and rewrite this. It's 14, and then 14 plus 10 is 24. I'm going to write my sentence. With the yourself, and then when you're finished, you're going to